My spouse returned from a friend's wedding carrying an STD. I initiated divorce proceedings and ensured my response was unforgettable. Greetings, Reddit community. I'm Nathaniel Pierce, and if you'd asked me a year ago, I'd have said my life was nearly flawless. At 35, I was married to a woman I cherished, crafting a future I trusted in. We'd been together for 9 years, 3 dating, 6 wed. Her name was Marina, and I believed she was my forever. Marina wasn't just my partner. She was my sanctuary, my closest confidant, the one I turned to for every triumph and every setback. We had dreams, travel, children, constructing a life step by step. After enduring 2 miscarriages, we were still trying, still mending, or so I thought. Everything shattered after a wedding she attended out of state, a close friend's destination event. I couldn't go due to work and budget constraints. Marina seemed fine with it, or so she acted. I drove her to the airport, kissed her farewell, and told her to have fun. She hugged me warmly and said she loved me. I never imagined she'd return as a stranger. When she came back, everything seemed normal. She was lively, sharing stories about the wedding, the beach, the joy. That evening, we ate dinner, watched a show, and ended up in bed as usual. I held her as she slept, kissed her like nothing was different. But something was. 3 weeks later, I felt unwell, exhausted, uncomfortable. I assumed it was burnout and visited a doctor to be safe, never expecting the news that followed. "Nathaniel," the doctor said gently, "you've tested positive for an STD." I chuckled, genuinely amused. "That's impossible," I said. "I'm married. I've only been with my wife." He gave me a look I'll never forget and said, "Sometimes those closest to us aren't who we believe them to be." Those words haunted me. Still, I couldn't accept it. So I went to another clinic across town to confirm. The second test mirrored the first. That night, I sat in my car in the driveway for 2 hours, staring at the front door I'd opened for her countless times, a knot in my gut. But I didn't confront her yet. I needed proof. I started observing her closely. She'd always guarded her phone, but I waited for an opportunity. One evening, while she showered, I got my chance. Her phone was spotless, too spotless. No texts, no call history beyond the usual, no traces. Either she was meticulous, or the other person wasn't someone she contacted regularly. I nearly gave up, convincing myself the doctors were mistaken, until I found it. While tidying the bedroom as she cooked, a small gesture we did for each other, I noticed her purse was open. A prescription bottle peeked out. I pulled it out. It was hers, for antibiotics used to treat the same STD I had. My throat went dry. I triple-checked online to confirm. Then I called out, "Marina, can you come here?" She strolled in, wiping her hands on a cloth. I held up the bottle. "What's this?" She froze, blinked, then said, "Oh, that? It's for a friend. She asked me to pick it up." I laughed. It was such a blatant lie. "No," I said. "We're getting tested, both of us, tonight." That's when her facade crumbled. She panicked. "You can't make me! I don't need to!" I snapped back. "I've already tested positive twice, so either you explain how that happened, or I tell your family and mine what I caught." Her face paled, her legs gave way, and she collapsed onto the bed, sobbing. The truth poured out. The wedding, the alcohol, a college friend she hadn't seen in years. She claimed it was a one-time thing, that she was drunk, that it wasn't meant to escalate, that she was scared and didn't want to lose me. She called it a mistake, but I didn't hear remorse. Just someone panicking because they'd been exposed. If I hadn't gotten sick, she'd have hidden it forever. That hurt more than the betrayal itself. I slept in the spare room that night. The next morning, I began planning. A week later, while she was out, I met with a lawyer. We had no kids, and the house was in my name. I filed for divorce quietly, methodically, like closing a deal. But I wasn't finished. Marina cared deeply about her social standing. Book clubs, charity groups, local gossip networks. I knew her reputation was everything. So I sent anonymous notes to the leaders of her 3 favorite groups. The message was simple. You should know who Marina really is before keeping her in your circle. Ask her what happened at Clara's wedding. She was served divorce papers 2 days later. I wasn't home when it happened, but when I returned, she was waiting by the door, eyes swollen, trembling. Nathaniel, she sobbed, please don't do this. We can fix it. I looked her in the eye. I'm not punishing you. I'm liberating myself. She pleaded, cried, even tried seduction. Pathetic, really. I walked past her. In the weeks that followed, word spread. Her friends distanced themselves. She was ousted from her cherished charity group, and her college friend cut contact. She sent a desperate email weeks later saying she'd lost everything. I didn't respond. I moved to a new town, started fresh, focused on my career, my health, and myself. When people ask why I'm single, I just smile. I learned a hard truth. The deepest wounds don't always show immediately, but when they do, they teach you who to trust. As for Marina, she learned that betraying someone who gave you everything can leave you with nothing. 7 months passed since I left Marina. 7 months of quiet, of rebuilding my life alone, but whole. I relocated to a small coastal town 2 hours away. New job, new place, new people. I even started therapy, something I never thought I'd do, but I wanted to heal properly. I did. I stopped checking her social media, stopped replaying the past, stopped wondering what I could have done differently. Then, one rainy Thursday night, there was a knock at my door. Not the buzzer. An actual knock. It was nearly 9 p.m. I looked through the peephole and froze. There was Marina, drenched, arms wrapped around herself. I cracked the door open slightly. She looked up, eyes teary. "Hi," she said softly. "Can we talk?" I didn't answer, just stared. She stepped closer, but I didn't budge. "Please," she added. "I know I'm the last person you want to see, but I had nowhere else to turn." Eventually, I let her in. Not out of longing or forgiveness, but curiosity about what 7 months had done to her. It had done plenty. She was a shadow of the vibrant, confident woman who'd left for that wedding. Her hair was messy, her clothes disheveled, and she clutched a tote bag that looked like her only possession. "What do you want, Marina?" I asked coldly. She lowered her head. "I've lost everything," she said, voice breaking. She sat slowly, as if too weary to stand. "My parents disowned me. I lost my job after rumors spread. The club leaders said I wasn't welcome anymore. I'm staying with my cousin, but I can't stay long. I've been applying for jobs nonstop and—" She stopped, swallowed. "I just wanted to say I'm truly sorry." I didn't waver or comfort her. "I forgave you," I said evenly. "But that doesn't mean I want you back in my life." She looked stunned, like she'd expected warmth and got ice. Her lip trembled. "I know, but I came to make things right, to show I've changed." I shook my head. The thing is, Marina, you don't get to decide when your apology is enough. You don't get to play the hero in a story you destroyed. She winced. You came here not for closure, but for salvation. You want comfort now that no one's left to hold you. Tears filled her eyes. I'm not asking to come back. I don't know what I'm asking for. I miss you. I miss us. I opened the door. Us died the day you chose someone else and brought back more than just regret. She didn't move. I really loved you, she whispered. I believe you, I said. But love without loyalty is just deceit wrapped in sweet words. She nodded, each word hitting her like a blow, and then, silently, she walked out. I watched her vanish into the rain, and for the first time in years, I felt true closure. Marina didn't just lose her husband, she lost the version of herself worth saving. And I found a man I never knew I could be. Me. Thank you for watching Story. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more real-life stories.